Hi, so today we are going to create multiple web pages using Drupal Multisite. Basically, Drupal Multisite is a feature which allows user to create multiple web pages using a single code base and multiple databases. So we are going to work on our domain quizzingquotient.in. To begin, first of all we have to download the Drupal from drupal.org/download. It's drupal.org/download. From here you can download the latest version of Drupal and just click on download Drupal 8.2.5. I've already downloaded one. So now go to your cPanel. Inside your cPanel, go to your file manager, and inside your home directory create a new folder and name it as Drupal 8. Create new folder. So now just move inside the Drupal 8 folder and upload the file that you have been downloaded. Choose file and upload the Drupal 8.2.5.zip. It will take 10 to 15 seconds to upload the file. Then just extract the file and move the files from Drupal 8.2.5 to the Drupal directory. So it's done. So close the tab and just reload the directory, and you'll be able to see Drupal 8.2.5.zip. so just extract the files here inside Drupal 8. Close it. Now go inside Drupal 8.2.5, select all and move all the files outside the Drupal 8.2.5. So move files and go back and delete this folder. So now you can go onto the link, the quotient.in, and check Drupal. It's Drupal 8. So you'll be able to see that installation time, so we don't need to install Drupal here. So just go back. Now for the web pages, will be going to create two web pages. So we have to create two databases and users for the databases. So I have already created two databases, namely Drupal test site 1 and Drupal test site 2, and I've created users for the databases as Drupal test site 1u and Drupal test site 2u. So we just have to add the users to database. So just click on add users for like Drupal test site 1u and Drupal test site 1 and add them. So it shows that I've already done it. So just click on grant all privileges and make changes, and do the same thing for the second one also. So because I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. So now we have to create two subdomains on which we'll be going to run our web pages. So first domain should be like Drupal GCI 1.quizzingquotient.in. So success. So just go back and create the other subdomain as Drupal GCI 2. So our web page will be on Drupal GCI 1.quizzingquotient.in and Drupal GCI 2.quizzingquotient.in. So you just click on create. Now we have created a database and the subdomain, so we just have to go to the cpanel. Inside cpanel, go to the file manager again, and inside file manager go to Drupal8, which is inside the home directory. Inside Drupal8 you will be finding sites, so go to sites. So inside sites is the file example.sites.php. You can open it to see how to create sites for Drupal8. So you can create it by creating an array, and inside it you can give the port, then dot the domain, dot the path, which will direct to the directory. So just close it. So now we have to tell Drupal that we'll be going to have multi-site. To do so, we have to create a file name as sites.php. So just create the new file and just edit the code. So open code editor. So inside code editor we have to create an array as we show in the example sites.php. So open the PHP tag. Inside this we have to create an array sites equals to array. So now the port, the domain, the path, and this will direct to the directory. So the subdomain is Drupal GCI1 dot quizzing quotient .in, and this will direct to the directory Drupal GCI1. So these directories will be creating later in the sites folder only. So and Drupal GCI2 dot quizzing quotient.in, and it will direct to Drupal GCI2 directory. So just close this and close the PHP tag, so we can recheck it as Drupal GCI1.quizzingquotient.in, which will be directing to Drupal GCI1, and Drupal GCI2.quizzingquotient.in, which will be directing to Drupal GCI2. So save changes. Now we have to go to default. In default we'll be seeing two files as default.services.yml and default.settings.php. So we have to copy these files and have to paste it on two new directories for the web pages, namely Drupal GCI1 and Drupal GCI2. To do so, I'm using SSH, so connect to the web service via SSH. So I already connected to SSH. I'm on my home directory as public_html. So just move to Drupal8. Inside Drupal8 it's sites. So you can see there is nothing over here. So make the directory Drupal GCI1 and make the directory Drupal GCI2. So we can see that Drupal GCI1 and Drupal GCI2 has been created. So we have to copy the two files from the default folder. So cp, that is copy default slash it's default.services.yml to Drupal GCI1, and we'll be naming it as services.yml, and do the same for the Drupal GCI2 directory. Save it. Now we have to copy the settings.php file, that is default.settings.php, and I have to move that file into Drupal GCI2 and Drupal GCI1, and we'll be renaming it as settings.php. do the same for Drupal GCI1 as well. Now you can go to any of the directory as Drupal GCI1 and see whether the two files are there. So services.yml and settings.php. So go back and open the other directory to check whether it's proper. Okay, so now go back to the home directory. So now what we have to do is we have to link the Drupal with these directories. So for this we will be using symlink, that is symbolic linking. So you'll be so first of all you'll be able to see that two subdomains are here, and when we'll be this is Drupal GCI1 and Drupal GCI2. So when we'll be linking these two directories by ln-s link minus symbolic link, this is s for symbolic, ln-s Drupal with Drupal GCI1, then you can go to Drupal GCI1 and see what's there. So you'll be able to see a Drupal directory over here, but we don't want the directory, we want the files for the Drupal. So go back and delete these directories, those which are the subdomains Drupal GCI1 and Drupal GCI2. So they are deleted. So now link Drupal with Drupal GCI1 and Drupal GCI2, Drupal with Drupal GCI2. So you will be able to see that Drupal GCI1 and Drupal GCI2 has been created. Oh, sorry, we have done it wrong, so just delete it because that's not Drupal, that's Drupal8. So it is Drupal8, so we have done it for Drupal. So open the terminal, remove these files, Drupal GCI1 and Drupal GCI2 and link them as Drupal8 Drupal GCI1 and Drupal8 with Drupal GCI2. So you can see that there are two subdomains here, and if you go inside any one of it, Drupal GCI1, you'll be able to see all the files which are present in the Drupal directory. So that's all we have to do. Now we can go to quizzingquotient.in, which is the home directory. So now we have to add the subdomains, that is Drupal GCI1 dot quizzingquotient.in and Drupal GCI2 dot quizzingquotient.in. So it will be redirecting us to the installation process of Drupal, in which we have to install Drupal on Drupal GCI2. It will take a minute or so to complete the installation, so just choose English. So installation profile should be standard, so save and continue. Again save and continue. So now we have to it's a requirement review, it's PHP OP caching is not enabled, so leave that, continue anyway, that's not necessary. Now we have to add the database configuration. You can either use SQLite if you don't have a database, but we have created the database, so we'll be using the database contents here. So our database name is let's check what it is. It's Drupal test site 1. It's Drupal test site 1 and the database name is Drupal test site 1 new. Same, it's Drupal test site 2 and Drupal test site 2u. So I've created a file for this, so I can open the file in which I've saved the password. That is that is here on GoDaddy. That's my web server name. So just open GoDaddy. So this we will be finding the password for Drupal test site 1, and this is Drupal test site 2 for Drupal test site 1, and for Drupal test site 2 so just save and continue. Now it will install the site for us, and then we'll just have to configure the site. So it's installing Drupal. So in this tutorial we have just used two databases in which there is only one code base. So this is an easier method to host two web pages with one database, one code base. This one has already started, and this domain is taking a bit of time. You'll be able to see the two subdomains over here, like Drupal GCI and Drupal GCI 1 and 2. It's almost done. It's on 30 by 40. So let me forward the video a bit. We are almost done, and the other one has already installed the site, and just you have to configure the site. So welcome to site 1. The site email address, username, the password, confirm password, same way, welcome to site 2, the site email address, username, then add the password for it. And then enter the email address. So the default country is India for me. It's India, and the default time zone is Asia/Kolkata. It's Asia/Kolkata. Just save and continue, and here as well it will be India, and default time zone is Asia/Kolkata. So you can see one site is already installed. Welcome to site 1, and which has a domain of drupalgci2.quizzandquotient.in, and the other site has been also installed, that is welcome to site 2, which has a domain of drupalgci1.quizzingquestion.in. So this is how you can set up a multi-site Drupal multi-site on any web server.